Yeah. So today we are at Vanna Adventure Vans, and this is Nick, and he's going to give us a tour of the place. So
Yeah. So this is our little front merch area. We've got a lot of cool gear for people to be able to pick up, and we do have a drop shipping store online that's going to be launched soon, with a bunch of stuff that can be sent directly to your house. This is kind of the front office area, which is all going to get remodeled soon as we're adding more people in. But I'm the community engagement director, so I do sales and some business development. Emily's desk over here, she does our office management operations. Over here, we have our business operations office. So Travis is taking over a lot of our components list and really making that into a bigger system as we continue to scale. And then we have our co-founders' offices over there as well. We're not gonna bug anybody while they're working, but if you wanna just kind of peek in here, Mike is our director of engineering, and so he designs all of our vans in spec to be exact builds, basically, as we continue. Over here is Ricky's office. He's our 3D designer and our videographer. So in our design process, it basically goes through 4 stages. Where first the meeting is just really getting to know our customer. What are you trying to do with your build? Where are you going? What are you bringing with you? You know, are we tagging along a couple big e-bikes where we need, additional storage on the back? Are we bringing fishing rods, snowboards, skis, all those kinds of things? So every build starts with a person-centered plan. And that's where we really get special with what we do versus what the industry does. And next, after that, we go into the 3D design, and so we take all of the things that you want included in your build, and we render a 3D design including all of your aesthetic preferences, whether you like a Minnesota Northwoods cabin feel, or you like a neoclassical, very clean kind of Nordic feel. So we include all of those things. Do you want to drive 4? Do you want to drive 5? Do you need a pop top to be able to sleep people on the roof? All of those things are a la carte options that we can give our buyers. So whether you want a full shower, or if you want a large wardrobe or a large pantry or something like that with pull-out drawers, all of those things are modularly built into our building system. So next we're going to come through the break room.
Grocery shopping.
Emily went grocery shopping, so she's got snacks for all of the guys and gals who come by. So this is the portion of the tour where we offer, do you guys want a cup of coffee? We got some sodas, waters. Can I grab you guys something?
we're good.
Thank you, but
almost insist on at least one water because it's kind of dry in the shop.
Okay.
yeah,
So you
carry
can grab
that.
one and share.
All right.
And then next we'll have you sign in over here. So we got sign-ins, safety glasses, and our hearing protection.
Today the 9th, isn't it?
Today's the 10th.
Oh, the 10th.
Time is
Wow.
flying.
Yeah, we've been traveling since the 22nd, maybe.
Yeah,
Can't
okay.
remember.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been.
And then you ended up in Fargo. That's the best.
Oh, this is not the end though yet.
No.
Yeah, but this is great. Yeah.
So while we're kind of signing in here, this is our family photo from just a little while ago. And the team has grown quite a bit since then. These were our first 5 engineering interns from NDSU, 3 of which have come onto our team full-time since over the summer as they continue to finish their degrees. And then over here, we'll actually kind of go to our story of how it all started. So this is one of my favorite parts of the story to kind of talk through, but it all started with a guy living in a van. And people always say down by the river.
Down by the river.
Yeah, or up on the mountain or wherever he wanted to. But one of our co-founders, Jason, he was the first one to really develop a true off-grid 4-season camper van. Being from North Dakota, we have really extreme climates here. It can get from 110 degrees with 80% humidity down to negative 22 with wind chill of negative 46. So a big part of our philosophy within our build is it has to work here. That means winter camping at negative 20 below, it's got to work. And so after doing a lot of research, Jason built his own van in 2019. February of 2020, he actually went winter camping on Lake Mille Lacs in Minnesota. It was a kite crossing event where they have big ski parachutes and you get pulled on your snowboard or on your skis. Ben was actually sleeping in his Subaru at the time, winter camping for this event. And he noticed Jason on the ice with his camper van, so he needed to edit some photos. And he decides to knock on the door, and door slides open. Jason's sitting there with double screen monitors where he edits videography when he's on the road. He had a pizza pizzazz going. It was 72 degrees and it was negative 20 in the middle of the lake. No plugins necessary. And so a few months down the road, they went on a climbing trip to Sandstone, Minnesota. And that was the first time they really talked about it as a business. Is this something that's viable? Is there a market here for these types of custom builds? So they finally put out their first Facebook ad after eventually launching in February of 2021. And one Facebook ad brought in over $800,000 in leads of people who wanted vehicles like this. And so that was just confirmation for them that they needed to grow. From there, we really established a stellar team of individuals who can lead each portion of the company, from our mechanical, electrical, plumbing, finished carpentry, operations, and beyond. And from there, we've started to build from that point. So at 2020, that was really our concept and prototype time. That was Jason's first van, just trying to figure it out. What are the best systems? Into market validation, that's when we put that advertisement out there. We kind of got the green light, this is a business. From there in 2022, it really began to be what makes us special, what's gonna differentiate us from the rest of the industry. And a few of those things are the fact that we have true off-grid electrical systems, and we'll go talk a little bit more about how those things work. But we also have true North Dakota four-season capability, and that means you can take this thing up to Alaska, extreme temperatures, and our rigs are built to be able to withstand those things. And then from there, we went into process installation and optimization now in 2023, as we're scaling our procedure from being a small van builder where we had 3 bays of shop to now 29,500 square feet. In 2024, we'll begin really scaling our volume. So it's all really driven from our vision, mission, and values. Our vision is to build the world's most advanced, reliable off-grid four-season camper vehicles. We're constantly changing the way that we do that to make sure that we're always on the vanguard of being the best. Our mission is to build people's dream camper vans. We also do mobile medical units, mobile offices, mobile classrooms, and all kinds of other solutions. And that's all value driven. And so it's all about adventure, hard work, teamwork, innovation, quality, and especially craftsmanship. And we'll show you that in every step of the build. One thing that we always like to point out is you're never gonna see a screw hanging into nothing or a face of a screw popping out. Every step of the build we take incredibly seriously on that level of craftsmanship. And then this is just a look at our team organizational structure. So kind of how we're broken down to be able to be the best team that we can be. So next we're gonna go ahead and step inside. And there's a couple spots where you'll have to kind of watch where you're stepping. And we'll go ahead and grab some safety vests here.
So this will keep someone from handing me a tool and saying, get to work, right?
Yeah. And now the guys will know that if Rage Against the Machine comes on, that they should change it before the swearing happens.
Okay.
So, like I mentioned, we went from a 68,500 square foot space to now 29,000 square feet. That's given us the capability to be able to do 3 vans at a time, to now being able to do 10 plus vans on our line at once. Basically, our build structure, hold on, we'll get to a quieter spot. So, starting over here, our cabinetry shop used to be 1,800 square feet. Now our cabinetry shop is almost 8,000 square feet. So since we moved from our last space, it was a table saw, it was a miter saw, it was hand tools. Now we've got full CNC, we've got drum sanders, high pressure laminators. We got a huge paint booth over here to be able to spray whole van walls at once. And then we also have our cart system built out so we can fit an entire van's wall on one cart. So once the cart's all full, you know it's ready to go and we can go load up a van. So another part of what we're building is we're also going to be doing our own products to go direct to consumer. So if you're building your own van, you can buy a Vanna kitchenette and be able to know that it's going to fit exact spec to your build, but you're going to also have that high quality product that we guarantee. And yeah, it's been a lot of work to set up. But we've only been here since February of this year. And the first month was setting up pallet racking, building tables, doing ductwork. There's a lot that goes in there. So this is a little peek at a mobile classroom that we did. And this one is wheelchair accessible with an under vehicle wheelchair lift. So that's something we can do on all of our vans. If somebody's looking for a wheelchair accessible camper, that's something that we do. And this one is going to be doing workforce development across the state of North Dakota. It's going to be equipped with VR headsets, and students will be able to see job opportunities in their area if they take a job within the region for 3 years. So if you want to be a nurse in Can-Do, North Dakota, they'll pay for your education and guarantee a salary to work in the region. And so this vehicle is going to be traveling around and kind of getting the word out about those types of opportunities. Some of the finished features that you're looking at is high density vinyl flooring. We've got cedar walls and ceiling. We do a house light as well as an accent light. And then this one has 3 big screen TVs because you're going to be able to view the kids on the VR headset as they're going through the game on the screen so other people can observe. They also have Fiamma awning on top here so they can bring this out as they register students, bring them into a space. And this is going to be doing, you know, fairs, job drives, all kinds of stuff like that. Doors are locked on that one.
Okay.
He's still working on that, so we won't get into his space too much.
No.
We got plenty more to show you.
I like the wheelchair lift.
Yeah, one of the things we're really excited about is we also do rentals. And so if you got a friend who wants to come on a trip with you, but they don't have a van, they can always come pick one up with us, come jump on the road trip with you. But this would be considered stage 0. And so this is where we intake all of our vehicles. This is our lineup of what's coming up next. So it's going to be mobile medical, mobile medical, mobile medical, camper van, camper van, camper van, camper van.
Do people bring their vans in or you supply the van?
We do both. So you can bring your vehicle in. Our only constraint is it has to be 2020 or newer, and it has to be a Ford Transit or Mercedes Sprinter high roof. And we really prefer only the cargos, not the passenger.
Right.
Just because
Less work.
Yeah, for when
Have to tear the passenger out, right?
Yeah. So now we're in stage 1 of the build. So this is where we do the vehicle suspension, wheels, tires. We'll do anything cut into the underbody of the vehicle. So one of those things is going to be the exhaust for your S-Bar Eberspacher heater. So one of the ways that we heat our vehicles is with this Eberspacher heater. It's so fuel efficient. It actually has a sending unit that taps into your gas tank. It pumps up basically the fume into a small heating block which blows out from a 12-volt fan. It's so fuel efficient at -20 below, you can run it for a 12-hour period and you're going to use 0.1 to 0.2 gallons of fuel. Wow. And so you can be truly off-grid cold temperatures for multiple days at a time with only a couple gallons of gas.
So So you don't use probably any propane, do you?
No propane on our builds.
Gotcha.
So it's running on gasoline fumes almost.
And that way you don't have to carry any alternative fuels. When you fuel up, that's the only fuel you need. So now we're kind of in the stage, these guys are putting on some suspension upgrades right now. Then we'll do any steps like Nerf bars, roof racks, pop tops. Also doing the cut-ins for our max air fans or our AC units. And then there's a number of options there for modularity too.
That's nice, the bump outs.
Yeah, a little bit of flare space in this one.
I like your ladder right here. This is nice.
Yep, so this is standard on all of our builds to do the rear ladder and tire carrier. We'll do your 9-gallon gray water tank in the place of where your spare tire would go. And so the other fun thing that we do is we actually install a switch on your driver's seat. And so you can just drop your gray water when you're going down the road, not have to worry about it going under it and hitting a valve or anything like that. So this is kind of first step of insulating. We've got a kind of proprietary insulation process I won't get really into. But a few things that you can see are Havelock wool and 3M Thinsulate. We'll do that in multiple layers. The industry average for camper vans is around an R7, and right now we're averaging somewhere around like a 17 to 18. And so we try to do a lot more than what's standardly out there.
I like the windows right here. The little pop outs.
Yeah.
It's sideways.
Yep. And we can do that on Ford or Mercedes. And then this is good timing for AC/DC. AC/DC is kind of like the jam at Vanna. And then one thing I want you to notice here is also our custom rail system. This is engineered here, but we don't have to start our vehicles while they're in production. They just get pushed down the line.
Okay, so you just drive it onto the dollies and just slide the dolly.
Just push it right down. So now we're going from stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 is when we're doing our roof cut-ins. Now we're getting into our insulation process, floor insulation. This camper van has a little bit more for accessories. So it's got a little bit higher profile roof rack. And then this one is built on a Mercedes 170. Mid-size. Yep. This is an extender. So watch your step through here. So we've got a lot of options for things that you can add on from our base. So this customer decided to get a front bumper upgrade with 12,000 pound winch. He's got 2 LP6 lights on the front and then 4 LP4s up top. And then he's also got an automatic wind sensor awning, the Fiamma F45S. And so it's if the wind kicks up and it starts to flap a little bit too much, it automatically retracts. And so it's the #1 insurance claim for RVs is an awning that gets ripped off or something falls and damages something. And so it's a real headache saver. And then this one, again, watch your step through here. This is a 170 extended.
Yeah.
So this one is going to be a mobile office for a computer developer. It's going to be equipped with 2 desk spaces with double screen monitors. And then it's going to have a dinette to bed in the back with a second bed on a Happy Jack lift that tucks up to the ceiling. So it'll be able to drive 2 people comfortably, sleep them separate as they're working remotely doing computer development. And then over here, this one is going to be named the Real Van Diesel. Both of these are companies that are started from vans. So these are both individuals who will be renting their vans out as full-time businesses. So this one is a drive 5, sleep 6. And you can sleep a couple kiddos up on the roof and still have room for mom and dad and grandma and grandpa.
So seating, legal seating for 5 people.
5 people.
So are they going to have actually 5 seats in there, or will there be a couch in the back?
It'll be a 3-seat bench behind the captain's tube. So now it'll have a full shower, a dinette to bed here, a second queen on a happy jack that tucks up to the ceiling, and then the pop top to sleep the kiddos up on the roof.
You put a little like Dynamat type stuff to
Yep,
absorb sound.
vibration reduction.
That makes a big difference.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Just a little tiny piece.
Vans for extended families.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. It's the whole family road tripper, and that one's going to be available for rent at the end of August. So that one is booking now on our website, vannavans.com.
And that's
then
an
over
all-wheel
here-
drive. Too.
Yep.
All-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive.
All-wheel.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So if you need to take your road trip up to Alaska, you want to bring the whole family along, that's a great way to be able to do it. And then this one is our mobile medical unit. So this one is going to be working with Arcos Health and Blue Cross Blue Shield. And this one will be doing care direct to Medicare Advantage seniors across North Dakota. So these will be traveling out from the big city to small towns and doing direct care, preventative care to make sure that people aren't ending up in more serious situations. And so this is something that we're incredibly excited about.
That's quite a wiring job for that.
Yep. Well, and it's the same concept. Is it's an all-wheel drive vehicle, so you can take it into rural, remote areas where care is not brought, and it's also wheelchair accessible. And so we've got the Brawnability under vehicle lift there, and so you can really serve people wherever they're at. And really, medicine is moving that way these days. You know, it's more concierge. It's more, how can we, keep mom and dad at their home longer so they don't have to go to a nursing home or something like that. And so this is going to be a tool that we really hope is going to get out there in a major way. Now we're getting towards the end of the line. We're going to finish up. So this is a camper van that's going to be for a couple. It's got a high set bed so we can put bicycles underneath. And then we got heavy duty gear garage over here with big D-rings so you can strap down all of the stuff that you have here. We also have garage lights that it's accessible from both sides. And so if you want to turn your garage on from the back, you don't have to walk all the way around to be able to do it. You've got accessibility on both sides. And then heavy duty magnets.
Oh, okay.
I love magnets.
And then this is a peek at our power system. But what's special about it is we're run off of Victron Energy, and we're one of the first companies in the world with a full 51 volt electrical system. One of the things about that is it can rapid recharge significantly faster than lithium 12 volt. So we do offer two power systems. We do offer a budget 12 volt system as well as the 51 volt system. But the 51 volt system can rapid recharge this battery in 1 to 3 hours
Off the alternator?
from a secondary alternator. Yeah. And then we also do 300 watts of solar on top, as well as shore power plug-in from the outside as well.
How many watt hours of batteries?
It's 165 amp hours at 51 volt, which is equivalent to 660 amp hours at 12 volt. And so it's good for 3-4 days. And then if you need to recharge, you just put your engine on idle for an hour and you're going to be up to full battery. So if you're just driving down the road to and from, you're never really going to have to worry about recharging your batteries if you're not staying for more than a few days at a time. And that's, again, pending using your full off-grid AC unit. So we have a 12,500 BTU AC unit that you can run for a couple days at a time without having to recharge.
That's 12 volt.
That's 48 volt.
A 48 volt AC?
Yeah.
Does it need the inverter on, or does it?
There is a 3,000 watt inverter on board, but it doesn't have to have the power systems run solely off the battery, so you don't have to have your engine on to run it at all.
That's a nomadic? Is that nomadic?
Yep, that one's a nomadic RTX.
Is it that low profile, or is that because you've built it into the ceiling?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty low profile.
Nice and sleek.
Yeah, and they're coming out with a new model in September, and so we'll be using those, which are even smaller footprint, which is really nice. But a couple of features that you can see in this one is We have our carbonized bamboo for all of our cabinets. It's lightweight, eco-friendly, and sustainable. We've got our white poplar shiplap and then a maple slat ceiling painted white to be able to match the owner's aesthetic. And so that was something that they did by request, but that's something that we can do and work in modularly into our builds. And then over here is one of our rentals. So that's May's Moon. So she's available for rent until October, and then she's going to be our first used van for sale shortly, coming up for sale in October.
I like your door up here.
Right?
I like the door.
Yeah, this is a little different. It was built for somebody who's a solo traveler, and so they wanted something that gave them total privacy.
Yeah, I like that.
And then full shower.
Yeah, oh yeah, I like that too.
Yep, dinette to bed. And so this one is available for sale now at $125,000, including the van.
125,000.
Yep.
It's really pretty.
A little different. This is a 12-volt battery system, but I still think it's
Yeah.
at 330 amp hours or something like that.
So just in case some of my viewers are interested, for 125,000.
Yep.
And what's the year model and everything?
This is a 2020 Ford Transit 148. We call it the Shorty.
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes with your upgraded Falcon Wild Peak tires, upgraded rims. You've got running boards. There's 200 watts of solar on top. But we'll be posting more about that
Okay,
soon. Yeah.
so they can look it up on the website.
Yeah, and there'll be more to
Watch
come.
out behind you. Okay. I like that door though. That's really nice for privacy.
Yep. We'll try this one. So this one is going to be going home on Friday.
Oh, okay. It goes home to their new owners?
Yep. So this camper van is for a couple in northern Minnesota, and they're going to be living full time. And so they've got mint chip as their color of choice, and then they did a vinyl wrap, marine grade vinyl wall. So it's nice, soft and padded. We've got our reading lamps, which are standard in all of our builds at the back. And so you've got your independent lamp that you can be able to access. And then this one has a big wardrobe, pantry space, and kitchen space, as well as the gear garage pullout. And so we've got a nice heavy duty 500-pound bracket there, so they can secure anything and then be able to slide it out easy.
Yep, so this slides out pretty much all the way out.
Yep, 60-inch.
Okay.
And then this is also our pull-out rear shower. Oh,
Nice.
there's a little bit of water in it, looks like. But yeah, so we've got a nice pull-out shower out the back if you need to rinse off your shoes, rinse off the bike before you get that loaded up.
Looks like it's hot and cold too.
Yep. Yeah, we have hydronic hot water heater, so you get nearly instant hot water. It takes a couple minutes to get rolling.
What does it run off of? Electric?
That's off your gas heat too.
Off gas also?
So it's the same system as your hydronic hot water heater is your airtronic and hydronic, excuse me.
Yeah.
And then this is a little different ceiling finish. So we have the white painted maple slat here, and then we have the true maple slat where you get to see the actual character of the wood. And then we have a nice big Delta faucet over there, so you've got a big articulating faucet. And then we also have our buck screens, so nice roll down buck screens to be able to seal you off. And then watch your head for over here.
What's the weight rating for the bicycles?
I would have to double check on this. I think the one up is like 200 pounds or something like that. But it's broad enough of a span to do fat tires. And you can either set it high like this or you can set it low. And so there are options there. You can also set it to be vertical so your bike's in this way.
You can make it down just below the tire maybe.
Yeah, but if you got a big heavy e-bike, you're not lifting that up
Not
that
that
high
high.
anyways. Yeah, so some of our customers want, they might have an expensive $7,000 bike, they want it under their bed.
Yeah.
You know, like that. Some people, they got a bike that they just pop up here and it's kind of their little cruiser.
Couple
when they get to
swims
the-
or something.
Yeah. And then this is a look at our little fold down table. That just flips out. And so, nice exterior little table. And then we have our pull-out isotherm fridge here. It's a 4.6 cubic foot fridge. Also runs low voltage, so you don't have to worry about any major freezer draw. And then you got a nice freezer space. We got a couple options for refrigerators as well, where you can get a larger freezer space if you like. And then feel free to step up inside this one.
What's the stove run on?
This is actually one of our very last propane.
Okay.
There's paint there.
Yeah, be careful, but you can kind of step up and check it out. Space saving
The way the two arms.
and simple mechanisms don't fail. If you get too complicated, then those things can make it hard. This is where your empty bucket comes out and that's
Just one spot.
Yep.
That's good though.
Yep, it's plenty good. And then we're really careful about ventilation and keeping airflow moving throughout our vehicles. So there's a reason why you'll never see like a sealed off area between the bed and underneath. Airflow has to be able to move through to be able to keep that space. And then over here, we have some of our sub-assembly areas. So this is our cushions, all of our beds, window covers. And then this is our hydronic hot water heaters, all of our water tanks. And then this is the assembly of one of our power boxes that's just starting to get built out. So you can kind of pan over it, but we won't stick on it too long.
Okay.
And then this is engineering alley. And so this is where we have a lot of engineering done directly right on the floor. Because a lot of times they just have to move around. Alright, so next we'll go ahead and turn our vests.
Okay.
And keep your earplugs just in case you end up at a concert this weekend. Def Leppard's playing on Friday.
Oh, really? Def Leppard.
Def
Wow.
Leppard, Motley Crue, and Alice Cooper.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you so much for the tour, and you have a really great product. I really like it, what I saw.
Yeah, thank you so much, and we're going to start another tour right now.
Okay.
So
Well, thank you, Nick, so
you guys
much.
can feel free to hop on the second one too.
Okay. Okay. Bye.